Hey, JRT here, and welcome back to another video. This is Core Team Deathmatch on the map Fallen, and I'm playing Modern Warfare 3. This is an older gameplay, and it was one of the few games that actually had theater mode back then. So I managed to get one of, I kind of tried to record all my MOABs as much as possible, and I think this was like my 50th or 60th MOAB. I really don't remember how many MOABs I was at this point in the gameplay. I did record it on other gameplays. And I think my last one was 50 is the last one I got recorded, and that was two gameplays ago in the vault. Let's go ahead and get into what I really want to discuss though. I am hyped. Not only did I just hear about World War II bringing back war, but I also got 100% on my calculus final, so I am totally excited about all of this. But in regards to war, I don't know if anybody actually played World at War, or if you did, if you remember the game mode War. I played a lot of hardcore in War, and I had 30 some odd days in World at War. I love that game, and the game mode that we always played was Hardcore War. It was a 9v9 strategic, objective-based game mode. And it was the only game mode in all of Call of Duty that ever made sense. You have a line, and you gotta push that line back as far as you can. Say for instance, you spawn on either side of the map just like normal, and you fight for the middle point on the map. If you capture that middle point, there's another point between the middle point and the enemy point that you therefore have to capture as well, and you keep pushing the enemy back until you finally get close to their spawn. And when you get to that spawn point, that's the last flag you have to capture. It's very similar to Momentum in Advanced Warfare, but they really messed that game mode up. I mean, it's just not near as fun. And it's not near as strategic at that. You literally have to hold lines to be able to play that match successfully. Now, they didn't really confirm War was the same type of game mode that World at War had, but it sounds very similar. They said that it's a team-based game, and you have to capture certain points on the map that would actually have been captured in real life. In other words, they said it's going to be narrative-based. So I'm really holding out for the same idea that War had in World at War, where you have a 9v9 setup. That game mode was so fun. In Core, a lot of players didn't play it in Core, but in World at War, hardcore modes, second to Team Deathmatch, that game was always there. World at War was always the game mode to play because it was fun to play. It was a 9v9, and you just go ham. I mean, it was an amazing game mode. And now that we actually have host migration, you don't have to worry about the old, if the host leaves, the game ends. And that was a real issue that a lot of people had on the 9v9 in World at War. Is, like I said, the host would get so mad that he rage quit, and that would end the game. So we were always praying that we got the host on the 9v9s. So yeah, I'm real excited about this game mode. If you guys haven't played it, it's a blast to play, specifically in hardcore. I didn't play Core too much in World at War. I just loved hardcore a lot. I got a lot of kills in War, and like I said, it was the only game mode that made sense. You push back the enemy lines each time. And I played with my old clan LOP, which stands for Leader of the Pack, and I'm sure they'll be, if this is true, I'm sure that they'll be right back on the game playing hardcore War. And hopefully they bring everything back, and maybe if they bring in a narrative structure, that's fine, but as long as they kind of keep everything intact. And like I said, it's all speculation. I have no clue. I have no true information other than what they had in the live stream. And she mentioned War, and the only thing that sounded different was the narrative structure. And as far as everything else, it sounds very similar to War. You had strategic points that you have to capture on the map. It could be more towards headquarters, because that could also be kind of one of those situations, but that sounds exactly like War to me. And if that's true, I am so hyped. I mean, this is going to be the game for me. I will play this game as much as possible. I hope they also bring back like overwhelming score streaks. I really hope they bring those back. I liked Dogs. I mean, Dogs was fun. It's similar to Raps, and all these types of score streaks made the game fun. That's what makes Infinite Warfare kind of a bad game to play. There's no score streaks that are actually worth trying to get. And especially as a solo player, you kind of have that kind of issue where your teammates just are horrible, or they don't know what they're doing, and they're just doing stupid crap. and you just get mad, and you can't hold the team by yourself sometimes. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Well, those score streaks really did help, and that's what made Black Ops 3 so much fun. Is you got these high score streaks that are overwhelming, and you got perk systems that are separated enough that you can use a combination of score streaks to combat those perks. Not like using Blind Eye for practically all the score streaks in Infinite Warfare. I think it uses all it counters all the main kill streaks except for one, which is Thor, which is completely ridiculous. I mean, if you lose your momentum when you start controlling those types of score streaks. So I really hope they bring back something overwhelming like dogs or something like that. Mortar Strike was pretty cool as well. I just miss all the score streaks. Like I said, this is all speculation though. They won't reveal any of the multiplayer details until E3, which is in June. I think it's June 13th through the 15th. So expect to hear more for multiplayer during that time frame. And they only released most of the campaign information. I really do hope still though that War is coming back. And if they add more players to War, it would be really fun as well. At that point, it'd probably be more like a Battlefield game than anything. And it does sound like zombies will be returning, and it's going to be more of a horror type game mode. So that's also a plus for those that love zombies. I'm not a big fan of the zombie franchise myself. I do play occasionally, but I gotta say that I'm not too impressed with the Infinite Warfare version. I kind of like the whole horror side of it. Well, anyway, that's it for the gameplay. And that's all the information I've got. Like I said, this is just more hopes and dreams than anything. It's all speculation. And I am definitely hyped for this game. And some people may say I'm overhyped, but if they've played World at War back in the day and played the game mode War on hardcore, it was such a blast. I loved it. It's fun playing with your friends, and you can have more friends than just 6. So that's it for the video. I'll leave a link to the Call of Duty live stream down in the description below. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.